Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. This is part 4, week number 4 of our Mandala Stitch Along, and we're going to be doing rounds number 41 all the way through 50 today. So we're going to do lots of fun stuff to finish this off today, and this will probably be the longest it will take you because you're now going into the outer barriers here. So you are going to be doing a lot more stitches because you are on the end of your project here. So I'm actually really quite excited about it. If you want to know any more about this, you can go back to video number 1. We are following the diagram step by step, and we are also using a 6.5mm size K crochet hook, but there's one round that it's not, and you'll see that in the video as well, and you'll also see it in the written pattern. So let's continue our journey today, and let's move on to round number 41. As a quick recap, we're now on page number 7 of 7. The final diagram is on that page, and the stitch key is available right here for everything that was involved with this particular pattern. So we're going to be moving up now to round number 41, and we've done this before. These are the 2 double crochet together. They're called a cluster, and then you have to make sure that you have chain 2 in between the first time. So you're going to start up chain 3 and double crochet in the same one, then chain 2, skip 1, and then do this cluster in the next one, chain only 1, and then skip 1 and cluster in the next. So you have to think about every other one either has a chain 1 or a chain 2, and that will matter because of the way that these fans will go in round number 42. So round number 41 we're going to be switching to the color F, and let's continue our journey now. So at this point you can go into any one of the single crochets, it really doesn't matter, and then you can just join it and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet in the same one. So as you're kicking off out of the gate here, the next section is chaining 2, and then we skip 1 and do the cluster in the next. So just yarn over, going in, pull through 2 and hold it, and then yarning over, same stitch, pull through 2 and hold it, and you should end up with 3 loops, pull through all 3. So because you just finished that one, I am going to chain 1 and then skip 1 and cluster into the next. Okay, you've already done this stitch here on the stitch along already, and so that was chain 1. So this time I have to chain 2 and then skip 1 and cluster into the next. So you're either chaining 1 or you're chaining 2 depending on where you are, and this will then lead you to the next section. So this is chain 1, skip 1 and cluster in the next. Please do this round. This is round number 41. When you come all the way around, then you're just going to slip stitch. Now you should know that you had chain 2 here, we had chain 2 here, therefore when you finish this last cluster you just gotta chain 1 and then just join it to the top of this cluster and then fasten off, and then we're gonna move on to color C. One extra tip I would like to provide to you, I'm going to do a count back to make sure that I have enough. See, everything is in groups of 2 here, so I wanna make sure I do have those groups of 2 as I'm going around. If I don't, then it means that I've screwed up somewhere along the path, and I wanna make sure that when I do the next round, because it would be kind of frustrating if you finish the next round and realize that you're off by 1. Now's the time to do it, because then you can correct it if you have to. And when I say off by 1, I'm meaning by a cluster. So if there's a cluster missing, then the next fans won't sit in properly. So just make sure you have that. It states that there should be 204 clusters. So if you just count all these clusters, there should be 204. So let's move right along, and so we're gonna move up to round number 42. So we're gonna start on a chain 2 space, chain up 3, and then double crochet in, and then you're going to chain 3 and then 2 double crochet into that chain 2 space. You're gonna skip the chain 1 and then go to the next chain 2 space and do the same, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, and you're gonna do that all the way around using the color C. So let's begin round 42. So let's begin round number 42 using the color C. So you can tell which ones have the chain 2 and which is chain 1. The chain 2s are just a little bit further apart than the others, so hopefully you can see that there. So go into a chain 2 space and let's attach, and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and double crochet right up over top of the straggler, get that stuck underneath, and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochet back into the same chain 2 space. Okay, so let's move along. So you're gonna skip the chain 1 space and then immediately go to the next chain 2 space and put in 2 double crochet first, and then chain 3 and 2 double crochet, and you're gonna do that all the way around. This is round number 42. So please do that. I'll see you at the end of this round. Okay, coming all the way around on 42 and everything is working out just perfectly. I'm just gonna slip stitch. Now I don't want you to take off this color. We're gonna keep it on for one more round. So just slip stitch over to the next one and to the chain 3 space and then hold with me and I'll take you to the diagram to review. So in round number 43 what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain 2, which will count as a half double crochet, and then we're gonna double crochet, treble, double crochet, and then half into the same chain 3 space. We've done this before. After you get that done, we're gonna chain 1 and then move along to the next one. So it'll be half, double, treble, double, half, and make sure you chain 1 before you're moving on to the next one. And let's do round number 43. It's actually pretty simple. Let's begin. Okay, so let's begin. We're gonna chain 2, which will count as a half double crochet, and then we're gonna do a double crochet and then a treble. We've done this before. And then a double and then a half, and that will conclude that one there. Then you chain 1 and you start the next one right here in the chain 3. So you just reach on over and just do a half double crochet first, and then we're gonna do a double and then a treble and then a double. Whoops, I was doing that last time. We had to do that too. Getting a little ahead of myself there. So double and then a half and then chain 1 just to jump to the next one. So please do this. This is round number 43. When you get all the way back around, don't forget to chain 1 after the last section there and then just slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. So that will conclude this color. So we're gonna fasten off now and we're going to move on to round number 44. For round number 44 we're gonna start off in the double crochet. We're gonna start with the standing single crochet. In the middle treble here you're gonna single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then in the next double crochet you're gonna single crochet. We're then going to do a spike here. Okay, it's a double crochet that's gonna come down. So you're gonna grab the first half double crochet as a single crochet, and then this one here is going to reach down and into the space here as a double crochet, and then you're going to then half double single crochet this one. So all 3 are together, and I'll show you how to do that. So that's what we're gonna do in between. Then you're just gonna make your way up again and it's single crochet in the next double crochet. It's the top one here, so single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then coming down. So let's just go coming down and then you'll do the spike once again. Let's start 44 and we're gonna be using the color E. Let's start number 44. Let's start on the double crochet. So skip the half double crochet. We'll come to that when we come back around, and we're gonna do a standing single crochet there, which I've already shown you how to do before. So the next one is the treble. So we're gonna just go a single crochet, noticing that I'm going up over top of the straggler to hide it, chain 1 and single crochet into the same one, and then start coming down. So you're gonna single crochet in the next double crochet. So now we're gonna do that spiky thing. Okay, so you're just gonna come into the next stitch and just going in, pulling it through and holding it. So we've done this before. Yarn over, come into this space down here, just go right in through, and then just grab the yarn from the other side and it pulls things together. Give it a bit of slack and then pull through 2 and then hold it, and then come to the next half double crochet on this side and then yarning over, pulling it through, and then you have 4 loops on the hook. So just pull through all 4 and that's complete. So starting in the next double crochet, going up 1 single crochet, and the treble is the next one. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Let's go down. So you're just gonna single crochet first and then first double, and now you're gonna do that spike. So just going into the next one, pull through, hold it, yarn over, come into the space down here, pull through, give it a bit of slack, pull through 2, and then come into the half double crochet. So just going in, pull through, and then pull through all 4 loops, and then just work your way up again, and then you're in the top again. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So it'll look like that by the time you're coming all the way back around. So I'm coming to the end of round number 44. The last one, don't forget, is the spike, and then just going to the first, it would be chain 2 if you were following exactly as the pattern state, or the last half double crochet, and then just join it here. And we're gonna get rid of this color now and move on, and we are now moving to color A once again. So let's get rid of this yarn and let's go back to the diagram for next. So let's move along to round number 45. I'm hip, I'm cool, I'm 45. So here we go. First single crochet out of here, so it's after the spike here. We're going to chain 4, which will count as a treble, and then in this chain 1 space we're gonna treble, chain 1, treble, and then in the next one here we're going to treble. Okay, so you're not worrying about the single crochets that make up the chain 1 space. So just think about that. Here what we're going to do is that we're gonna extend down to the leg of this spike, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we immediately then jump to the next one, the next single crochet. We skip over this next crochet here and just treble, chain 1, treble right into that chain 1 space, and then just jump to the next one here. So let's demonstrate this one using color A. So let's begin round number 45. So I want to come to the first single crochet after a spiky thingy, and I want to join it. Okay, and then I'm just going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and that counts as your first treble. So in the chain 1 space, and see how I'm getting ready to wrap this so it gets stuck underneath, chain 1 space you want to treble. So wrap that hook twice. So there's gonna be a lot of wrapping on this particular round, and then chain 1, and then in the same one treble again. So everything is a treble pretty much. So in the next single crochet, which is here, so we're not worrying about the single crochets that make up the chain 1 space, you're going to treble like that, and then we're gonna be doing a long front post treble. So we're gonna wrap twice and come down to the leg of this right down here, and you can give it a little bit of slack too, and then come all the way back up. So just in the front leg, and then start immediately on the first single crochet here after the spiky thing that you see, and then start in the chain 1 space again. They're kind of harder to see because it's kind of tight, but it does exist, and make sure you chain 1 and then do another treble in that same one. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like at this point. So continue all the way around. Coming to the end of round number 45. So I've dropped down as my last one. This attached to the top of the chain 4. Let's get rid of this yarn and let's move on to round number 46, which is moving to the color B. So using the color B, we're gonna go to round number 46, and we're going to just attach to the front post of this drop down one, chain up 1, and do a front post single crochet. We're then going to single crochet in the top of the next stitch, and then immediately jump then to the space and gonna do a half double crochet, a double, and a half. We're then going to go to the next treble right here. Remember, we're gonna skip over these ones that are right here, and then the next one will be a drop down. It's a front post single, and then we single crochet the next, and then we go immediately to the chain 1 space, and then the half double crochet, double crochet, and half, and then just come to the next one. Please do this for number 46, and let's watch me do it for a second. So we're now going to start, and we're just gonna attach to the top of this front post treble right here, and we're only attaching it for a second and then chain 1, and then come around that same post and do a front post single crochet. Now we immediately come to the next one and single crochet, and we're gonna jump over the V-stitch section right here, these two, and so we immediately just go right to the space only, and you're going to half double crochet, a double, and a half. That's it. Remember, skip over the V-stitch spokes here, just come to the next one, single crochet, and then the drop down one is a front post single crochet, and then single crochet in the next one, and then jump to the next V-stitch here, and it will be a half, a double, and a half, and then jump over the V-stitch section and just come to the next one, single, front post, and single. Please do that all the way around. This is round number 46, so only 4 more rounds to go. So let's finish off round number 46. So let's just get this done. We're gonna finish off this color, and then we're gonna move on to the color of D. So it's, for me, it's gonna be that leafy green, and making sure that you get everything done. We did start off with the front post single crochet, so just attach it to that, and let's get rid of this color and go back to the diagram, and let's continue into row number 47. Let's move along to round number 47 using the color D as in dog. So we're going to do, I think it's an easy round because there's a lot of spaces that you're gonna have to do. So we're going to attach to the top of the first double crochet in a point, and then we're going to single crochet, chain one, single crochet into that same one. We're then going to immediately just jump over to the middle one that is attached to this front post. It is the front post single crochet. You are gonna double crochet, chain two, double crochet in. Then just immediately jump to the middle one here, and you're gonna single crochet, chain one, single crochet. So let's try your work and let's get on with this number 47. So let's begin, and we are going to just attach to the top one. I would do a standing single crochet if you were asking me. So I would do that. So do that, two, and then chain one and single crochet back in, because we're getting close to the end of the series. I'm not slowing down to show you the steps that I've already shown you before. So we're going to let that straggler fall, and we immediately come to the next single crochet front post that's over here, and we're going to double crochet, chain two, and double crochet. Then come to the next one, the middle one here, and then you're going to single crochet, chain one, and single crochet, and then just jump to the next one, single, and it's the front post single. You're going to double crochet, chain two, double crochet, and you're gonna see that this round kind of folds into the other round, so you'll see that it's nice and sunken in. Let's do this number 47. So I'm just coming up all the way around, and I've got my last V shape in there, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. So we're gonna get rid of this color, and we're gonna move on now to round number 48, and let's go back to the diagram now and see what we're gonna get ourselves into. So moving up to round number 48, we're going to attach to a chain one space, and this first digit that you see there, that is a puff stitch, and I'm gonna be showing you how to do that. Once you get beyond that, you're gonna chain four, and you're gonna do a popcorn in the next one. The popcorn is made up of 5 double crochets, and then we're gonna release it from the hook, and it will pop out towards you, and then you're gonna chain four. So basically it's a popcorn in each of the chain two spaces, and in the chain one space it's a puff stitch, and there's a chaining of 4 that separates them from each other. Without further ado, let's move on to round number 48. So I'm gonna tell you something while I am affixing this, and we're gonna be doing this round next. You will notice that I'm gonna kick off this with a different color. It's gonna be the color C. I looked at the ball, and I was kinda a little nervous whether I had enough yarn left, and I got partial way around, and I realized it wasn't. So I had a choice. I could either run back to the craft store and get more, or I looked at what I already had and I substituted. So instead of using C, I actually used B, and you may wanna look at your balls, and I determined what round 49 and 50 look like, and I determined that I used the color B. So I know that I already just used it here, but I think for this case it saves me having to run out to buy more yarn, and I think it'll be fine too. So just know that that's the only place where I substituted and changing the color, and hopefully that advice will work for you instead of having to buy more yarn. So let's begin. We're gonna go to the chain one space, put the yarn on the hook already, and go in, and let's attach, and pull up a little bit longer loop than you normally would. Yarning over, going into the same chain one space, go through and pull through it, come and go pull through it, and then yarning over, going in again and pull through. You should see a total of 5 loops on the hook. Once you see all the 5, yarn over, pull through. You want to be a little bit loose with these stitches here with the puff stitch, because it can snag if it's too tight. Once you're satisfied, move on by chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now come to the chain 2 space here. In the chain 2 space it'll be a popcorn stitch, and the popcorn is made up of 5 double crochets. So let's just do 5 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and release it from the hook, and come to the first one that you started with, go towards the back just on the top, grab the loop and pull through. Once you're happy, chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now move to the next chain one space where it's a puff stitch. So yarning over, see how I'm pushing down on this? If I don't push down, it kind of unravels itself, so I always kind of get in the habit of just putting my finger on the loop, yarning over, going in, and then pull through, and once I get it through the first time I can let it go, and then yarning over, same space, pull through. Again, I'm looking for a total of 5 loops, and then yarning over, pulling it through 5, and once you're happy, move on by chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a popcorn into the next chain 2 space. So please do this all the way around for this one. So I'm coming all the way back around and chain 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and join. So are you noticing the colors not the same as where I just left you? Well, there's a story behind that, and what's happened is that I'm going to explain that before we get to this part, so you know exactly what's happened at this moment. So now let's move along to round number 49, and round number 49, what's gonna happen here is that we are going to do the single crochets, and the single crochet are 2 together and they're around the puff or the popcorn stitch. So it's 2 together and it's on either side of those. After you get that done, you chain 3 and then you do 2 together on the next one here, and you'll be bringing that together. And we're gonna be using the color E for this particular sample. So let's continue. So let's continue, and we're gonna do a 2 together. You can where does it say to start? It says puff stitch. So just come in the chain space, it's in the one side, and just pull through. And it's a standing single, but don't finish it yet. Just go to the other side now and just yarning over, pulling it through, and then pull through all 3 loops, and that's 2 together. You're then going to chain 3, so 1, 2 and 3, and then do a 2 together around this puff stitch. So just pick up on this side, go on the other side, pick up, and then pull through all 3, and then chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. Here's the next puff stitch, sorry, popcorn, so pull it up, and then 1 after it, and then put it together, and then 1, 2, 3. Please do this all the way around. So I've just come to the end. It's actually a really quick round, which I like a lot. So we're just gonna fasten off this and bring on our last color of this mandala. I'm so super excited, and just one more round to go. I have loved this project, you have no idea. So let me finish this yarn and let's go on to round number 50, the final. So this is it, my friends. The party is almost over. We're going to attach, and when we attach, we're going to attach to this space down here. We're gonna go right up over top of this chain 3 that we just did, and so we're gonna go into this chain 4 space, and we're gonna just attach and chain 2, which will be your first half double crochet. In the same space, we're gonna double crochet and then half double crochet, chain 1, jump over this 2 together single crochet, and do the same thing in each one of these chain 4 spaces. So half, double, half, chain 1, etc. Let's finish this off. This is using the color F as in Frank. So let's begin. For me, you know, when I finish a project like this, I'm just kinda almost feel down in some way that the party's over, and I have loved this a lot. So I'm just going to attach, and I'm gonna chain 2, and that's my first half double crochet, and in the same, so you saw that I attached it underneath into this space right down here. So then I'm gonna double crochet and then a half, and then I'm gonna chain 1 and jump to the next space right here, and we're gonna half, and then double. I should show you something that I'm doing too. So do you notice that when I'm going to do this, I'm making sure that when I pull this up, I'm not pulling up over top of like that blue that's just peeking through. So then chain 1. So when I go over, I want to reach right over, right underneath that space, and half, double, and half, just like that, and then chain 1. And we're gonna continue this journey all the way around for the final. So I'm just doing my chain 1 and slip stitch, and that's it, my friends. That is it. This is the end of the stitch along. We are just gonna fasten in the ends, and let's finish this off and have a great day. So this is it. Thank you so much for joining us. So those that actually did follow all the way through, we hope that you've enjoyed this. I have loved making this, and in actual from start to finish it took me 4 days, and that includes all the filming time that I had to do as well. So I am pretty super excited. So please join us on yarnspirations.com. We have a lot more exciting things available in 2020 as we continue our journey together. Have a good one, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye.
Calling me